I get confused myself sometimes. There we go. Oh, and Stevie's here too. Let's, oh, well, whatever. I don't know. We can leave Stevie up where he is, I suppose. Alright, so we've got some, new stuff to talk about, I guess. It just got released today on the Wargaming EU stream. Hey, Pedro. So, British Tier 10 cruiser Gibraltar, American Tier 9 cruiser Tulsa, and French Tier 6 aircraft carrier Bearn have been added to the game for testing. Now, I caught a little bit of this on the stream, and it was interesting to see. So, Gibraltar is coming with a 234mm main battery, and it's 3 turrets set up, and each of those turrets have 4 guns. Ship's got only AP shells. Now, I think this is important. It's only got AP shells. I personally hate the Goliath and the Drake with its AP. So, this is going to be interesting to see. I don't know how I feel about that. Improved ricochet angles and low fuse delay. Okay. Ship's equipment are hydroacoustic, repair party, and smoke generator in separate slots. So it's got smoke, it's got hydro, it's got repair part. It doesn't have radar. Ship is most effective at medium short range combat because of powerful AP shells and flat topped ballistics, as well as smoke screen firing. Okay. This is the actual thing that Churchill wanted with the Quad 9.2s. I did hear about that, Cthulhu. Yes, this is something that was planned or dreamed up or what have you. Seems like in line with the Minotaur, bigger caliber, and slow reload. Right, Dutch. So here we go. We've got 30-second fire duration, so it's classed as a cruiser, not a large cruiser or a super cruiser or what have you. Good chunk of hit points. There's the main battery, 16.9 kilometer range. Maximum AP shell damage. Okay. Reload time.
Shark Black 45 is now following.
Shark, thank you very much for the follow. 182. Okay. All right. Sigma 2.05. Reload is quite long. I don't know. I'm not so sure how I feel about that one. Secondary armament. A defense. Okay. 32 knot speed. And consumables. So interesting. She doesn't have torpedoes. So it's all guns only. I mean, and of course, as always, stats are subject to change during testing. The ship's just announced. So it'll take a while before it hits. And yeah, I was looking for that too, Aurora. It does not look like it has a super heal. Just has the regular repair party, huh? So that's kind of a yawner in my opinion, but we'll have to see. I don't know. If I had to choose between this ship and the Plymouth, I'd rather play the Plymouth. So I don't. No hope. I don't know. We'll see. They realized they would never get it finished anywhere near the end of the war, went for Vanguard instead, says Cthulhu. Okay.
Guys, don't forget there's another giveaway going.
Ah, there we go. Yes, Pedro, it does have smoke, though. And Analyst, yeah, I mean, Goliath is a very different playstyle than this ship, right? So, I mean, whatever. And is this for... This is 10.8. Okay, so this is not 10.7, which we're going to see release soon.tm. Moving on in the future.
A4OD is now following.
Hey, thanks for the follow. A40. And then we move on to the next ship. This is the Tulsa. It's an Oregon City type of a cruiser. So it's got 6 203s and 3 double turrets. Okay, so that's kind of... I mean, of course, the Des Moines is triple turrets. So you're losing some gunnery there. Okay, concept characteristics are under development, will be announced at a later date. So we don't know anything else about this ship. Other than that. Hey, Brushwolf, thank you, dude, for the sub. It's pronounced Oregon. They didn't want to release the stats. If you guys remember, what was it? What was it? Wasn't the Was it the Congress? Yeah, it was the Congress. When they originally released the Congress and they said what the stats were on the Congress, you saw how pretty much everybody just, they just went ape over it, right? They just said, this is ridiculous. The stats have, do they even play their game? Blah, 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 blah. And then what happened? Congress, if I remember right, had a couple of balance passes, and I don't know where it's at still. I haven't been following the dev blog with all these ships. It's too much for me to follow, quite frankly. But I think that they're maybe trying to avoid another one of those cases where they release a ship, they put out the stats, and everybody just goes apes over it and says, this is nuts. So we'll have to see. Shannon Lindsay says the Tulsa was a design that was not implemented. It had Des Moines autoloaders, so imagine a high rate of fire as the gimmick, but only 6 guns, right? Anything... Anything named Congress will be too expensive and do very little. Oof, Mustang. Oof. Alright, let's move on to the other ship that's been put on here, and that's the Bearn. So we've got the first aircraft carrier of the French Navy. This is a converted hull from an unfinished Normandy type carrier. She's got a mixed power system of turbines and steam engines, which is unique for this class. That is kind of weird. Usually you see them going one way or the other, not both. I don't necessarily know if Wargame is gonna mean that they're gonna give like an engine boost consumable to these ships. I don't know. Once again, these are all under development. There is one thing that they showed on the stream which I thought was interesting. It had an animated elevator on the deck. Now, the elevator on the deck is interesting because of a couple things. One, it does bring in the possibility for further compartmentalization of damage to carriers, which honestly I really like the idea of, right? I think it would be great for carriers to lose their elevators, and as a result, you know, they either can't launch planes or you know, maybe plane regeneration is severely nerfed, right? Like reduced by like 90% less or something, while the elevator's damaged. But I don't know. Papa Spur 50 Red Dragon's nice. Congratulations, dude, and thanks again for playing with me and Sith earlier. That was a lot of fun. But Conway, if I remember right, he said that the elevators are only animated in port, and they're not gonna have any sort of impact on in the battle. Because that would be really freaking awesome to see the elevators bringing planes up on the deck. I don't think we're quite there yet. But that'll be neat, nonetheless. So they did show the ship off. They didn't talk anything about the aircraft, although it looks like we've got some biplanes in the back and some monoplanes in the front. It's a tier 6, so that puts it on the likes of the Ranger, you know, the Ryujo and other ships which typically have like early World War II to pre-World War II aircraft. So that makes perfect sense there. Yeah, exactly, Rupert. The elevator remains down, or in other words, like what you see here, and the elevator is only usable in port, which is, to me, defeats the purpose of animating the elevator. Now, I also have to say, don't get too excited about this, because if you recall, the French battleships? No, cruisers. I think it was the French cruisers that had that animated funnel, which is no longer animated. And that was something that was cool. I was really looking forward to seeing it, and they don't animate it. And it could be because there's just something else for the game to animate and the client to animate, and that causes problems with the you know, stuff. I don't know. But we'll see. Shannon says, Bearn's a cool addition. It was contemporary to Lexington and Kaga, but it survived till 67. I didn't know that. That's awesome. Yeah, exactly, Papa Smurf. It's something else to animate, therefore it's more work on the video card. And not everybody has an RTX 30 series video card, right? So yeah, I think Republic was supposed to have it as well. I know, I can't remember exactly which ones, but in any case, I believe they said that this is going to be a line of ships, and they're going to start testing with the 6. So if that's the case, we'll see a 4, an 8, a 10, and most likely a premium version of the line, because I think that's kind of what they're doing with the Russian CVs. I'm pretty sure that's what they did with the I mean, that's what they did. The Japanese, the Americans have their premiums, the Germans have their premium, so, and the British too. So I would expect to see some sort of premium ship. Whether I would imagine it would be a tier 8, but it could be a 6, I suppose. I doubt we'll see a 4. I highly doubt we'll see a 10, but hey. But that's about all we have on this right now, guys. Chat, any questions? Anything you want to bring up?
Dream Raiders.
Yeah. If this is to be a line, it might be the only actual historical ship in it. That's right, Coughlin. But hey, whatever. I mean, if you look at the Russian carriers, okay, So, I mean, it makes sense to bring in another line of carriers, but interesting that they're. I mean, it's good that they're going French, I guess, because I don't know what else they could go with. You so wish Wargaming would slow down the release of ships and fix the known issues. A40, that might be a subject of another Zath chat, but simply put, this is where the money is. Premium ships like these two, this is where the money is, right? And money isn't just straight bills, because we don't know what these ships are going to be released as. We don't know what other ships that are coming sooner are going to be released as. But if a ship is released for steel, coal, or research points, that's not a direct monetization. That's a different kind of monetization in a sense. That's a monetization of your time, because those resources are available for your time. You put in the time into ranked, clan battles, other modes to get steel. You put in time for ranked, clan battles, brawls, other stuff to get coal, right? And you put in the time with resetting ship lines to get research points. So that's a different kind of monetization, but it's equally as important as you monetize players' time. You encourage them to keep playing the game and to stay engaged. Gate Hero redeemed Hydrate. All right. Now, if only we could get tier 6 premium CVs for US and Japan. Shannon Lindsay, I really do hope that we'll see that, but I don't know. Why can't they not spend... So, maps. Dutch, I think the biggest problem that the developers are running into now is if they're bringing subs in, they need to have the underwater world, which means they're going back and they're adding that. They're essentially building an entire map underneath the map that we're used to seeing, right? Because it's all underneath. So my guess is that they're hard at work doing that and then fixing glitches that they have in the maps that they built. And I think once they're done with that, we'll see more maps. But I think it's going to take a long time before they get there. So, yeah. More maps would be great, but I don't think it's going to come for a while. Scenario, same thing. I don't think so. But we've talked about scenarios before. Pan-Asian CVs with deep water torpedoes that you can spot, and spaghetti CVs with sap rockets. Wow. All right, fair enough. Okay. A squadron that have depth charges, if it might become a thing. Well, I mean, it's a possibility, Lone Wolf. Planes carry depth charges. There was the Kingfisher for the Americans. That was a scout plane attached to battleships and cruisers. And then the Dauntless dive bombers were also equipped, if I remember correctly, with bombs or depth charges. And I think fighters could also be equipped with depth charges. So it's Wargaming's game. Can they do it? Sure. Are they going to do it? I don't know. It might be interesting to see them create a line of carriers focused on anti-submarine warfare more than anti-surface warfare. Because if you think about it, you've got the Bogue and the other escort carriers that did just that in the Atlantic during World War II. So that might be interesting. Should add Canadian CVs. Yeah, they were meant to counter subs, right? Alright, well guys, with that, what do you guys say? Should we move on to some replay analysis now?
We should do our Stream Raiders battle.
Well, of course we're going to do our Stream Raiders battle. They added every month. Niche premium ships don't balance the old ones. Well, yeah, that's somewhat true. They do balance some of them, but it would be nice to see them balancing more of them. I don't want to haste. We're going to kill field this guy, because why not? Alright guys, we'll get started. Yeah, Rob, that kind of screenshot, it's sad that you see stuff like that in chat. But all you can do is ignore it. Take the high road. Oh, look at that. You've got your, like, creepy-faced archer there.
I reported and blacklisted him.
Okay, there you go.
So that's pretty much all I can do.
Yep. Oh god.
You're always gonna get people like that.
Yeah.
Guys, bring out your balloon busters next round. This is gonna be fun. Yes. But don't put them right next to others. Put them out because they need to be able to spawn busters. So put your balloon busters as far away from enemies as you can, so they can spawn other busters. Let's try this. Let's see if this works. This might be kind of fun. In the meantime, we're gonna move on. Yes, exactly, Papa. Right. Always tell them have a good day. Let's drop that. And Kairos, yes, exactly. Going back to what we were talking about, the number of people on servers is very important. Right, you do have to show people in charge and investors the game is still important enough to keep going, keep investing in it, all that kind of stuff. Absolutely, yes. If you take the high road, he takes a low, you'll be in Scotland before you. Okay. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move to some replays. We're going to start with an Aoba game. As soon as it loads. Complete. And like I said, this might be the last chance for replays, or maybe I can do something on Sunday. I don't know. I have to negotiate with the wife on that one. So we'll see. Because it's an early morning start on 10. Whose game did you redeem your replay for yesterday? I don't remember, Cthulhu. Robloxian, this is your game on the Aoba, though. I need to get my dirty water, though. So here's the deal, guys. And we're still doing Stream Raiders, aren't we? Alright, here's the deal. Go ahead and drop your units in Stream Raiders. I'm going to run a 3-minute ad so I can go and get myself some dirty water, okay? Be right back.
No. I've never been there. Of course I do. Then I will. Hey guys, don't forget, with the giveaway that is going right now for sub camos, which are amazing for grinding, let me tell ya. But so there's a giveaway right now going for sub camos, and in order to enter, you must go exclamation hit. And the only rules are you must be present to win, because you poop, you lose. But more importantly, you must be a follower. But you guys gotta understand, I'm very anal about the poop you lose. Because I can't remember what they do. I just know that they're really good to help with grinding. Ah, 150% regular XP. That kind of helps. You know. Yeah, camos, subscriber camos. Not submarine, but subscriber camos.
Okay, real quick, it's looking nice. Looking very nice. About a minute left. Head for a sec.
Only shake it twice. Any more and you're playing with it, Zath.
No subs don't actually see the ads, right? And they've heard you on that one?
Huh? Subscribers do because they don't see the ad. after this giveaway, just because it's probably going to be our last summer stream, we'll do a combo pack.
Okay. Hey, 40th Tater Battalion picked up that code. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. It looks like we're gonna be ready to start our battle, so we'll do that first. I'm gonna catch up on chat here. As soon as premium submarines come into the game, gifting a sub is gonna... Yeah, that's true, Cthulhu. That is very true. Yes, and guys, if you are a subscriber to this channel, then you do not see ads. I have the ability to actually turn that on and force you to watch ads anyway. But I kind of feel like that's a little mean. So...
Kind of messed up, I mean, since, you know, that should be a perk.
Right, exactly. Exactly. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put a stronghold in the middle for you guys. Let's try that. And let's go.
I love my bomber skin. My floaty bomber skin.
Yep, it just crapped out a bomber. There's my bombers. Look at
Yeah.
crapped out a buster. That's so cool.
Oh, shitting busters everywhere!
And we weren't even needed.
Those little busters she pooped!
Oh my god. For those of you guys that only have warriors, let's do that boon. Why not? Aw, and he's exhausted. Damn.
Aww.
I know, right? If you guys have a balloon bomber though, or whatever, yeah, I think it's balloon bomber. Definitely run it because it's fun.